Okay, there we are. Okay, today we're with Doug Thomas, which is an amazing man of God.
Okay.
And we are talking about no generosity. In November, we are getting to know people, K-N-O-W, November. We're going to get to know people that we need to connect with, but also attributes of God. And this week we're talking about, well, no Doug. Say hi, Doug.
Hi.
And also no generosity. And generosity has impacted your life. It impacts all of our lives, but it's opened doors for you. There's new things, new revelations, new insights. And I just want you to, let's talk about One Day for a minute.
Okay. My wife and I committed to One Day in 2017 for our first time. We've been here 2.5 years. And Leslie and I put our heads together and decided on a number, which was quite a stretch for a new guy in town, a realtor, don't know anybody, have no idea where the business is coming from. We assigned that number and we came very close to hitting it, which was a big surprise to me. For 2018, we increased that number by about 40%. And as of last month, we have already hit that number, which is about a 40% increase, which is absolutely amazing.
It's awesome.
It's absolutely amazing.
It's awesome. And the thing of it is I think that sometimes we think, oh, one day, another way for the church to get my money. Right. But one day, and just so everybody understands, is where we just pray and we take. It's kind of, in my world, it's like at least it's like a minimum. Take 1 day's wage, what you would make one day, and give that, and we use that for all kinds of outreach, and anything can happen. But with those dollars, but to pray about that, and we've encouraged people over the years to don't give what you make every day, give what you believe God you're going to make, and to increase that number. And but really, see, when we get to know generosity and we become generous, the amazing part to me, and this is what I'm hoping that you're going to be in agreement with, but the amazing part to me is that it's not, it's like I think I'm becoming generous, but I'm actually just beginning to get to know God's generosity.
That's right.
Towards me.
That's right.
And remember the story you shared? It's like when your daughter came to you before you moved up.
Yep. So my lovely daughter Taylor Reiser came to us, knew that we were struggling, and she asked me about our tithing. And Leslie and I had seen a financial planner who looked at all of our numbers and looked at the number that we were tithing and thought that money would be better used elsewhere, pay down debt, that kind of thing, which kind of made sense. But in retrospect, looking back, things sort of went downhill when we stopped being generous with the Lord. But generous, thanking the Lord for what He does in our life. Taylor pointed out that maybe if we got our tithing back in order, that things might change, and they did.
Go Taylor.
Go Taylor.
Taylor's a rock star.
That's right.
And you did a good job with Taylor.
Thank you.
And
Leslie had a little something to do.
Leslie did a good job with Taylor. That's another place where you kind of went along for the ride.
Yeah, that's
yeah. But it's amazing because then Ryan showed up. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to generosity. Okay. Love you, Ryan. Okay, here's the deal. God honors His word, and the human mind cannot comprehend God's response to one act of obedience.
I know.
And and there's so much that we could talk about, but when it comes to knowing generosity, here's the key. And the guys are going to talk to you about it today. They're going to teach about it. But to know generosity is to receive from God's generosity in your life. You have to give Him something that He can respond to. And so you sow a seed of generosity, and a harvest of generosity comes back to you. God causes the windows of heaven to open up. He pours back blessings on your life. Get to know generosity. But to know the generosity of our God, you just got to walk in generosity. And I appreciate your time. I appreciate you hanging with us.
bet.
Appreciate you sharing your life. If you have any questions about it, if you want to know the numbers, the specific numbers, see Doug after the video. You just ask him. He'll tell you. He's believing God for like $1,000 a day or something like that. It's a little thing, okay? We serve a huge God. Believe God big. Believe God big. Live big. And let me tell you something. Your excitement and your the ecstasy will be big. Your disappointment, you will not experience disappointment when you're trusting God. Believe big. No generosity.
We out.